Bryan High School in Williams County, Ohio. It's homecoming night, and we're here to feature the NWOAL key matchup featuring the visiting Wauseon Indians and the home team, Bryan Golden Bears. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mark Schnitke alongside Vic Hales, Paul McDonald, our crack photographer down there, and we are here at Bryan High School. And Vic, anytime these two teams get together, it's always some hard knocking going on out there, and I don't think tonight's going to be anything different.
No, I tell you what, this is a critical game for both teams, and somebody's jugular veins will get cut tonight.
Exactly right.
They're going to go at it. They're going to go at it hard. There's a lot on the line tonight.
The Indians come in at 3-2 overall, 2-1 in the league, having lost last week to Liberty Center by a 14-6 score. Bryan Golden Bears also come in at 3-2 overall and 2-1 in the league, having lost a league game last week against Montpelier on a last-second field goal. And the reason that this game is so critical, with the Patriots running away with things the way they are thus far, it's any team with 2 losses has pretty much counted themselves out of this NWOAL race.
Yep. There won't be any Valentine's sin tonight, will there?
No, there's
sweetest day tonight.
Nobody going to be hugging out there.
No loving, hugging, and squeezing.
Nope, there's going to be some fighting going on. Tell you a little bit about the Indians' offense. They did win the toss, and they elected to receive. They will they'll get this ball, and they will be heading from our left to our right. At the center position, number 57, Seth Wise. At the guards, number 53, Joe Amos, and number 58, Tony Hansen. The left tackle, number 67, Kyle Borton. The right tackle, number 72, Tim Burkholder. The tight end, number 85, Elliot Mueller. The split end, number 9, Zach Garrow. At quarterback, number 4, Aaron Emmons. And at the wing back, number 21, Jake Unger. And at the running backs, number 44, Brad Myers. And number 1, Ray Martinez.
And for the Golden Bear defense, they're going to be running a 5-2 tonight. Right there in the middle at backers is DeLisi and Moore. And across the front line, your TNTs are going to be number 76, Harvey, Myers, and then Matthews. Across in your defensive ends, Brio and Oberlin. And your defensive backfield is going to be Silva, Carroll, and Smith. And Garrett Roan, number 21, over there on the right side.
Number 67 for the Bryan Golden Bears is teeing it up. And that's funny, I don't have a 67 on my roster. Is he over here? Nope. Sorry, at 63. Boots it deep. Martinez has it. He's at the 30. He's across the 30 to about the 35-yard line. Knocked out of bounds by number 4, Nathan Andrews.
Starting field position.
The Indians will take their first possession from their own 35-yard line. 1st and 10. We'll see how the Indians line up as they come out.
I think we're going to see that field position is going to be a big key in this game.
Field position and turnovers usually have a way of reckoning in these kinds of ball games. Now the officials have to discuss what they're going to have for dinner after the game before we can start. Always got to have the important decisions made before you start.
Like chili dogs.
Chili dogs. They got good ones here. Aaron Emmons under center, Martinez and Myers in the backfield. Unger wing left. We have early movement.
The nose guard and the left tackle for Bryan should be called for offsides.
Yeah, they're moving backwards. Dead ball foul, encroachment on the Golden Bears. It's always nice to get 5 free yards.
Yeah.
Ball will be spotted at the 40. That'll make it 1st down and 5.
Well, I tell you what, that is brilliant to go on 2 on the very first play of the game, because you're just biting toenails out there trying to get ready to go on defense. And that was a good call.
This time Unger's on the wing right, and Garrow is split far right. Pitch goes to Myers, looking for some running room. Cuts it back, got some running room. He's busted in the open field. He's down to about the 41-yard line. Tackled down there by number 52, Ryan Brio. Ball will be spotted inside Golden Bear territory at the 40. 1st and 10, Wauseon. Boy, once he made that cutback, Vic, he had some open air there.
I tell you what, I love watching that kid run. He's 215 pounds, and he's got 2 great moves up and down the field. Kid can run with power.
He runs north and south, doesn't he? I formation this time. Martinez the deep back. Hand off to Myers, powering up over inside the 40, down to about the 36-yard line. He'll pick up about 4.
I tell you, their inside run game with Amos, Wise, and Hanson in there, and those 3 interior linemen, they're not real big, but I tell you what, they keep that gut open. They're controlling that A-gap.
They really do. Over here on the, I guess they're going to line up over here on the left side this time. Kyle Borton and Elliott Mueller, the left tackle and tight end on this side. That's a lot of beef on one side of the football. And they're going to run this way. Martinez is looking for running room, cuts it up. He's open. He's going to go. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Martinez, no flags. With 10:45 left to go in the first quarter, Martinez with a 36-yard touchdown run.
Well, I'm liking this already. We may have to go get some more chili dogs. I tell you what.
Man, those chili dogs brought us luck. It's a good way to start a football game. Unger's going to kick it out of the hold of Ray Martinez. Joe Amos is going to snap it. Well, we change kickers and holders all season long. Let's see if this combination will work. Hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 10:45 left to go in the first quarter. Wauseon draws first blood, rushes out to an early 7-0 lead on the 36-yard touchdown run by Ray Martinez. And Vic, just like Brad Myers there, once he made that cutback, there was a seam there in the middle of that defense.
I tell you what, this offensive line up front, we've talked about all year, it's one of the bigger Wauseon offensive lines that we've had around the school for years, and they are moving some earth down there.
Yeah, they really are. And you know, as the saying has gone for ever since football was invented, this game is won in the trenches. And
get it closer, yeah.
At least on that early drive, the Indians won the battle of the trenches.
Let's hope that continues.
Yeah. Dustin Demeline, or I'm sorry, I had Dustin Demeline on my traveling Little League team when he was little. Dana Demeline's going to tee it up at the 40 to kick it off for Wauseon. Deep for the Golden Bears is number 34, Scott Arnold.
I was talking to Matt Lane last week, and I asked him, I said, you know, what kid on the football team absolutely will just pop you? And he said, well, there's just 2 kids that would just undoubtedly will pop you. And he said, one of them is Dana Demeline. And he's not really big, but he loves to get after it.
And he does a squib cane and hits an up lineman. The ball is loose. And Wauseon's got the football. He hit one of the up linemen. The ball popped loose. And let's see who recovered it. The Demeline got it himself.
I tell you, that's the trouble. You know, you got a lineman up front, that ball's going to scare him to death.
So the Indians take advantage of an early turnover. I guess that is considered a turnover. The ball will be spotted just inside midfield in Bryan Golden Bear territory. Wauseon takes their second possession. I backfield, Martinez the deep back. Handoff off right tackle. He's going to be stacked up for about a yard. He keeps fighting. He was stacked up for about a yard gain and fought forward for maybe 3.
Brio was the first kid from Bryan to get all the way, and then he took him with him for a couple yards.
Give him 3. We'll call it 2nd and 7. 10:23 left to go in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, Wauseon scoring on their first possession on a 36-yard touchdown run by Ray Martinez. I'm sorry, Vic.
No, I was just going to say, you know, that wasn't an onside kick for our folks at home that's going to watch this. It was what we call a squib, which is intentionally to stay on the ground so you can't return it. Just happened to hit the player from Bryan in the shin.
Martinez again trying to cut back. This time he's chopped down shy of the 45. He'll pick up a yard. Going to make it 3rd and 6.
That's what we call a 26 power. When you see a T formation, the back is the number 2 back, and the reason they call it 26 is because they number the backfield 2, 3, and 4. Your fullback is 3, and your closest tailback to the even side is a 4-back.
Wing right. Offset backfield there. This time the handoff goes to Myers. Looking for running room. He gets stacked up, maybe gains a yard again. And that's going to bring up 4th and about 5. We'll see what Coach Emmons looks like. He's sending out the punt team. Field position is important in a game like this, and he's going to play the field position game. Number 5, Tyson Snyder will go back deep. Boy, he's just a little guy back there, but I would guess he's pretty shifty and pretty fast. He's going to be joined back there by number 81, Joey Silva. Martinez in punt formation. The 2 deep backs standing at their 10-yard line.
You know, you don't see too many people.
Nice spiral, fair catch, called for it, runs sideways and gets into the end zone. Jake just couldn't get down there quite quick enough. Nice kick by Ray Martinez. And the Golden Bears will take over 1st and 10 for their first offensive possession of the night at their own 20.
You know, you wonder why you don't see the old coffin corners anymore, you know. Now for me, if you're punting here, you've only got to kick it inside the 20. Anything that's better than going in the end zone. But it seems like all levels of football have abandoned that. I guess sometimes because you can shank it up around the 30, but...
Now this is interesting. We got double wide sets on both sides. And it's just a quick pitch out here to number 5, Tyson Snyder. He catches the ball, gets it out across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Actually, they're going to mark it at the 28. 2nd down and 2.
That could have been a little bit close. Almost not quite a late hit, but what a go on the verge.
Single splits each side in the shotgun again. Another quick pit. That one, almost intercepted by Aaron Emmons. Was a little bit high, intended for Snyder, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
Unfortunately, he overthrew Aaron.
Yeah, that could have been a touch. Yeah, there had been nothing but green in front of him there. Their quarterback, number 10, Jamie Lorenz, a 6 foot, 188-pound senior.
Did you hear me groan on that?
Yeah.
It's like I dropped a chili dog.
It was,
you know, just comes out.
High backfield this time. Hand off to the front man, and he's stacked up right at the line of scrimmage, if he gained any. And I can't even tell you, I think maybe Aaron was the lead hit there, but there was a ton of white shirts.
There's half of them.
Man.
That was a great surge by the defense.
It's a loss of 1 on the play. It'll bring up 4th and about 2.5. And the punt team comes on. Martinez and Demeline deep, standing at about their own 40. The punter, number 3, Sammy Ebersole, back to kick it away for Bryan. There's the snap. Low end-over-end kick. Demeline fields it, gets it just inside the Golden Bear territory again at about the 49. And Vic, you know, they're talking about field position. They've been playing this whole game thus far on Bryan's side of the field. So we'll see if the Indians can put the pressure on now.
Another score would be nice, wouldn't it?
Would look good. Seth Wise comes out over the football, and here come the rest of the Indians offense. Split back formation. Aaron Emmons has got it. Looking for somebody, fires it up over the middle. He's got Elliott Mueller. There you go, P-Mac. You got your big tight end in there. He's out near the 40-yard line. Looks like it's going to be about an 8-yard gain for the big sophomore. We'll call it 2nd down and 2. Nice looking pitch and catch there.
We said earlier he just about fall forward for a first down, couldn't he?
The big, strong kid with some good hands.
You remember Jumbo Elliott from the New York Giants? Elliott, Jumbo Elliott.
Inside handoff to Myers. I believe he's got enough for the first down. They're going to mark it at about the 38-yard line. That should be enough.
I think we got the first down, and two Golden Bears got a headache.
Yeah. Brandon Wauseon on the stop, and it is a first down indeed. The ball is spotted at the 38-yard line of the Golden Bears. 7 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Wauseon up 7-0 if you're just joining us.
Bryan, 38-yard line.
Split backs again. Unger wing right. Double tight end set. Inside reverse. Unger's got a little bit of running room. Gets it down inside the 35. Just inside the 35. He'll pick up about 3.
Nice little inside counter there. Wauseon's run that for years. Makes good use of those quick little guards. Come in there and put a helmet on the hip of one of those big guys and push him right out of the way. Good for about 4 or 5 yards.
Unger on the wing left this time. And the same play the other way. Unger's up in the open. There he goes. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Jake Unger.
Excellent series by the
Jake Unger on a 35-yard touchdown jaunt. And just like that, with 6:02 left in the first quarter, Wauseon jumps out to a 13-0 lead.
Didn't they set that up nice? Like a gut play there several times.
Nice downfield blocking.
Down that middle and a little misdirection the other way.
Unger's going to kick it out of the hole to Ray Martinez. Joe Amos is going to snap it. High snap, but Ray gets it down, and the kick is up, and it's good. 14-0 Wauseon. I'm not sure I expected this early on, Vic. 6:02 left to go in the quarter, but Wauseon executing on offense very, very well so far.
It looks like the right team showed up this week. I'll tell you what, we dominated against Liberty, but we just couldn't get it in the red zone. And here, I tell you what, their series have been excellent.
Well, they haven't gotten to the red zone yet. They've been longer touchdown runs. Maybe that's the key. Maybe we need to score from the 35 instead of getting inside the 20.
So far, they've run right through the red zone, haven't they?
Yeah. So Demeline is going to tee it up again at the 40. Scott Arnold, the deep back for the Golden Bears.
And I like to hear you say that. Demeline's going to tee it up again.
Yes. See if he kicks it deep this time. We don't have a football. Here we go. I think maybe we're having a TV timeout for a second, Vic. Demeline says, I can't kick air. You got to have a ball here.
Do you remember the old football team, the Ohio Cannon that was out of Toledo?
Oh, yes.
Major Harris from the University of West Virginia. They had a couple of guys come in and speak at Rotary one time, and they said when the team folded, it was because the punter left. And they said, why was that? He said he owned all 9 footballs. That was the end of the Toledo.
That was it, huh? I'm going to take my ball and go home. Yep. Well, let's see what the Indians elect to do with this kick. They boot it on a line drive deep.
11.
It's fielded by number 11, Derek Hartson, and he's got some running room. He's got it out here to the right side. He's at the 40, knocked out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Shirey out there on the stop along with number 30, Mitch Huner. Mitch Huner's getting some playing time out here. The young sophomore's looking good.
We like to see those young kids on the specialty teams. I tell you, it keeps the other players fresh too. You get a lot of those sophomores good playing experience on Friday nights.
So the Golden Bears line it up for their second possession of the night at their 46-yard line. 1st and 10 with 5:52 remaining in the first quarter. Double splits to the far side. Shotgun formation for Jamie Lorenz. He's back. Looking, got that quick pitch out there again. This time to Jensen Carroll. And he's down inside Indian territory. Made a nice move with the ball after the catch.
Yeah, looks like our
Unger on the stop. Looks like where they spotted about the 47-yard line. Yeah. What do you think, Vic? Can we pick one of those off?
well, you know, it looked like our corner slipped on that play when he cut to the inside, but Yeah, we almost saw Aaron Emmons pick one off just a minute ago. So that would be nice to pick one. There's a lot of green out there.
This time they're going to run the option. That looks like the Buckeye Troy Smith option. Line up in the shotgun and carry it off tackle.
Well, the spread formation, they spread the ball out there, and then 5-on-5 up front, and it gives you a lot of different options to do. You can pass, you can throw, you can run out of it.
Boy, it's going to be third down about the length of a football the way it looks. Ball is spotted just inside the Indian 45-yard line. Villanueva was on that stop. In comes the play from head coach Bryan Arnold. Just going to say, you got too many guys in that huddle, coach. Yeah, now we're going to have a timeout. Bryan takes their first timeout of the first half with 4:34 remaining. Wauseon leading 14-0. It's third and about the length of a football.
You know, Villanueva is a kid that's come a long way. He spent a lot of time in the weight room this year. He lost about 40 pounds and really good condition, playing some great football for the Indians this year. And, you know, the Burkholder kid in the middle,
Timmy.
I understand he's quite a student, a straight A student from what I hear.
Is that right? I know one thing about Timmy Burkholder. When he's outside the lines, he's about the nicest kid you ever want to meet. When he's inside the lines, he's meaner than a junkyard dog. And I guess that's kind of the perfect combination for a football player.
And if he gets straight A's, boy, you got it all.
You got a smart junkyard dog. You can't, can't beat that. Well, I know Timmy's family pretty well. His mother and father, great people. His older sister was a star swimmer at Wauseon. Here we go. See what the Indian defense and the Bryan Golden Bear offense have to do here. They're going to line it up and crunch it for about the length of a football. And he gets forward, Lawrence does, and he's inside the 43 to about the 42-yard line. That'll be a first down, and Bryan is making some progress on this drive, Vic.
Well, that was good penetration by the offensive line. You can see, a lot of white shirts went backwards on there on that play. You see all three interior linemen driving their feet.
Here's the same formation they used to start the game. Double splits on both sides in the shotgun. And he's going to fire it over the middle this time, and he's got his man. He fumbled the football, but I think he fell on it. It's still loose, and it's recovered by the Indians. The catch was made by Carl Kervile. He made a nice catch over the middle, and then he got popped, and the ball came loose. The ball is spotted at the Indian 27-yard line, and they have the football.
Well, I tell you what, you watch so many kids, they talk about the 5 pressure points of carrying the football. And when you're holding it like a loaf of bread one-handed, somebody's going to swat it, somebody's going to come up underneath you. And even when you're trying to get those extra yards, we forget the first priority is hold on to the football, and it sure was a good turnover for the Indians.
Zach Garrow split here the near side, Unger in the slot. Split backfield, pitch goes to Myers. Got some running room, 30, 35, out to about the 39-yard line. He's going to have enough for another Indian first down. The stop out there made by number 63, Andy Myers. Better flip our charts over here. We're back on offense.
Side. That offensive line looks like they came to play tonight.
Well, you can give us a good insight on that kind of stuff, Vic, being an old lineman. You know all the nice dirty tricks they use under there to make people move, right?
It's all legal unless you get caught.
Ibax, Martinez, right guard. We got a penalty. Must be a hold when the official throws the ball at the crew of players and hits somebody in the back with his flag. He saw a hold.
Unnecessary affection inside.
Yep, that's it. Illegal use of hands, and that's going to mark it back 10 yards from the spot. Looks like it's going to be marked just outside the 30-yard line of the Indians, so that's going to bring up a first down and about 19, I'm guessing.
always hated when they called holding on gut plays. It just seemed like an injustice. They say if somebody confesses a misdemeanor, look for a felony.
So the Indians will start over, only this time they got to go 19 to get a first down instead of 10. Double splits on the far side. Emmons rolling, got the football, a lot of time, throws it out there, he's got a man, but I think he only gained a couple. So the pass was complete to Brad Myers, but he's got maybe only a gain of 2, so it'll bring up second down and about 17. Just want to make sure we completed the pass there, huh?
Yeah, well, we might be setting some up here because we had Big Jumbo Elliott and Kyle Borton all to the short side down here, and the field was tilting a little bit this side. Ironically, we'll go to the other side. So let's see what we're setting up here.
Zach Garrell split here to the near side. I formation. Pitch goes to Martinez. Cuts back, looking for running room. Gets boxed up at about the 37 or 38 yard line. Now we're getting closer. Going to be about third down and 11 from there.
Well, we're back here at the short side of the field. Now, I'm going to guess we're going to see Big Jumbo Elliott and Kyle Get Her Done Borton on that. See this pickup truck? He's about a biscuit away from 300 pounds, I tell you that.
Yeah.
He has 267. Like 7 makes a difference in a program.
Yeah, exactly. Emmons in the shotgun back. Got a man open. He overthrew Elliott. He overthrew Mealer. That's going to bring up a 4th and 11. And the punt team is probably going to come on here, and they do.
And that's a high football at 6'6" right
Well, I tell you what, you got to throw it a ways to get it over that big guy.
there. I bet he reaches at 9 foot. I bet if there was a pizza up there, he'd reach to 11.
A minute 46 left to go in the first quarter. Indians with a 14-0 lead. Ray Martinez in punt formation at the 25. Like Snyder and Silva back here. Nice spiraling kick. Snyder at the 30, 35. Tackle down there at about the 37-yard line. Number 58, Tony Hansen on the stop. Nice special teams play by Tony.
Good form tackling, wrapped his arms. You know, everybody wants to make the big hit. They want to lower the shoulder pads and crack the whip and ooh and all the crowd. But I tell you, there's not a bigger enemy to good, solid form tackling than the big hit, because every football coach will tell you, it sounds good, but we want to wrap those arms out there.
Double splits on both sides. They're kind of a piggyback split. They put one guy right behind the other. Shotgun formation on first down. The quarterback draw, and there's opening, and he runs into Aaron Emmons. I thought that play looked like it might gain a lot more yards than that, but Aaron plugged it up quickly. He got maybe 4, maybe 5. We'll give him, looks about like 5. We'll call it second down and 5 with a minute 18 left to go in the quarter. Ball is resting at the Golden Bear 42-yard line. Same formation, shotgun again, double splits each side. Indians look like they're in like an umbrella back here, Vic. There's that quarterback draw again, and he's tackled right at about the line of scrimmage. Aaron's on the stop again, along with Justin Hograve. Burkholder got him as well.
That spread formation is hard to defense, Mark. You know, I call them twins out there. You got 2 on this side, 2 out. It spreads your defense out literally all over the field. And of course, you can see creates some huge running gaps even.
3rd and 5 now. And we're going to use that formation once again. Burkholder sitting up as a middle linebacker. Over the middle, caught. Nice pitch and catch out there. Caught by Tyler Smith inside Indian territory. He got hit hard by Demeline, but he hung on. Ball is spotted at the 44, 43-yard line of Wauseon, 1st and 10.
He was hit anything but easy, wasn't he?
Oh, boy. He got hit hard. I thought that ball might come loose, but he hung on. as I was saying, they had Timmy Burkholder lined up at a middle linebacker that time, and he waited a couple minutes, and when it was apparent that that Lawrence was going to pass it, he took off. He took off right up the middle, and he almost got there. That's going to be the end of the first quarter with the Indians holding a 14-0 lead over the homecoming team here, the Bryan Golden Bears. Well, Vic, impressions of the first quarter?
Well, you know, I tell you what, at first the way that Wauseon was controlling the ball and breaking some big plays, I thought we might see this game blow wide open. But as you're watching this Bryan offense, they haven't exactly laid down yet, have they?
No, not at all.
They run this spread formation, and you know, that quarterback's able to run. He's getting the ball to the receiver, which inevitably is leaving a seam over the middle when the defense is spread out. So we saw Wauseon go into what's called a 4-4 defense, going from 5 linemen to 4 in the front, so they could drop an extra back in the secondary. So we'll see how they cover this spread formation here now that they're into Wauseon territory.
Ball is spotted indeed in Wauseon territory at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Golden Bears. Vic, the NWAL down through the years, for years and years, decades, was basically a line them up, crunch them, running the football kind of league. And just in the last 5 to 7 years, there's been a number of teams that have gone to this spread. And of course, we play some out-of-conference teams like Fairview that plays the spread as well. Give me your opinion after this next play of why you think so many of these coaches are going to the spread offense now. Shotgun, reverse. Snyder looking for running room. He's got a lane, and he's going to be knocked down at about the 31-yard line by Demoline, and he's got enough for the first down. Maybe that's an example of why they've gone to the spread. Go ahead and give us your opinion here.
Well, one of the things when the spread was first designed, remember Gary Barnett, when he was at Northwestern, was one of the guys that incorporated it. Of course, Jeff Tedford out of the University of California, he's put it in also in his offense. But what it does, especially for a group of athletes that may be a little bit smaller or less physical than the other group, it allows them to compete, spread out, and work angles. And see, just like that pass right there, right. It's already pre-programmed.
And he picks up 10, and I tell you what, the spread offense of the Golden Bears is clicking on all 12 cylinders right now.
Yeah, they're in a groove right now, and that is a dangerous thing when that thing gets in a groove, because it has the ability to put up some points. If you look at teams like Boise State and Fresno State, well, the Buckeyes run it sometimes. They shift into it.
Well, even in the NWL, a team like Patrick Henry can roll up 50, 60 points a night using that spread.
Fairview. In fact, their first-team quarterback just broke his arm. They replaced him with another sophomore, and I saw where they went over 300 yards offense. Quarterback
draw. He's loose. 5-yard line, or inside the 10, I should say. Let's see if he's going to be shy of the first down. It'll be second and maybe about a yard. Let's see where they mark it. Boy, he is just shy. Got about a length of a football down there, and of course they get that first down, and then it's 1st and goal from there. So 11:02 left to go in the half. Wauseon nursing a 14-0 lead. Bryan Golden Bears knocking on the door.
Actually, it would have been better if they probably would have got the first down there, because it gives them an extra play here to where they get the first down. If they just barely made it, we'd have had a lot more yardage.
Quarterback sneak, and he's going to have enough for the first down. They blew him dead on forward progress before he actually lunged forward there. Ball's going to be spotted at the 8-yard line, 1st and goal. Now, does the spread offense become a hindrance when you get down this deep?
Yes. In fact, you may see them shift into double tights, or what they call a goal line offense. If they stay in the spread, you might want to look for the quarterback to run the ball. Even times you'll watch them remove everybody, even the backs, and split them out in the red zone and just leave the quarterback back there.
The words no sooner leave your mouth than they line up in an eye, Vic. Motion to the far side. There goes the pitch. Student body right. Hartsock looking for it, and he gets down near the 5-yard line. He'll pick up about 3. He's down to the 5, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and goal from there. Martinez and Villanueva on the stop.
The yards get a little bit stingier down here in this zone.
Tyson Snyder, 5'7", 132-pound senior, takes that ball in. I'll bet he was told he couldn't play football when he was little. You're too little, son. And here he is. I formation. Art Sock again. He's stacked up right at the line of scrimmage.
54 and number 4.
Aaron Emmons out there along with Bryan Badenhop. No gain on the play. Perhaps even a loss of 1. Third down and goal from about the 5.5-yard line. They're going to put it up here, Vic, you think, or are they still going to take 2 chances of ramming it in?
Well, we know this guy can throw it, so I'm going to guess who they're going to throw.
And he does. He's rolling. Nope, I thought he was going to tuck it up. Batted down on a great play by Emmons. What a great play out there. I'm sorry, Ray Martinez. I thought it was 4. It was Ray. Beautiful play by Ray Martinez. Reached that big arm across there and knocked that ball down.
We saw exactly why he was second team all NWAL last year. He closed that gap in a hurry and swatted that ball because he was open there for just a second.
He was.
Ray did a great job of closing that down.
They're going to line up in the field goal. Out of the hold of Ben Elding is the left-footed kicker. The kick is up and good. So with 8:56 left to go in the half, the score, Wauseon 14, Bryan Golden Bears 3. And Bryan with an impressive drive there, Vic, until it stalled just inside the 5-yard line.
Well, we saw him march down the field with that spread formation like we were talking about. When you get this spread down in that red zone, you know, it closes everything down and it gets a lot harder to score down in there.
So we'll see if the Indians can answer. I'm sure what Coach Emmons would like to see here is about an 8-minute drive for a score.
Yeah, this is a real important possession here for Wauseon that, you know, with the momentum that Bryan just established, not for us to go to 1, 2, 3 and out and really get a drive going here.
Number 25, Andy Park. He's going to tee it up 40, and he's just like Dana Demeline. He's waiting for a football. There we go. The official must have to pump that ball up a little bit before he brings it out.
Well, it looks like we may have to order some infusion balls. You know, that's the big thing around the youth market now. You play with it, and then you deflate it, and then it blows itself back up again.
Martinez and Demeline awaiting this kickoff back just inside their 10-yard line. Andy Park, the sophomore, left-footed kicker, kicks it deep. Going to be fielded back there by Ray Martinez. He's looking for running room up to 30, 35, 40. He's got a break. He's at midfield. He's off to the races. 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
No flags.
Ray Martinez with an 85-yard touchdown return. And with 8:44 left to go in the half, Wauseon with the bolt of lightning strikes again to take a 20-3 lead.
Well, I'll tell you what, after a long drive that wound up stopped for 3 points, there's probably nothing worse could have happened to the Golden Bears at that point. That's a huge downer for the Bears.
Martinez is going to attempt his 3rd extra point of the night. Or I'm sorry, Unger out of the hold of Martinez. Joe Amos is going to snap it. I'm not sure we've made 3 consecutive extra points all year, have we, Vic?
Well, I think you just clinched it because this one will be good.
Here it is. The kick is up, and it is good. 21-3, Wauseon. 8:44 left to go in the first half. And boy, you want to talk about a switch in momentum in a hurry.
Yep. 3 steps and it was the back of Ray's cleats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he broke into the open. They weren't going to catch him.
I was told by the coaching staff that Ray is the fastest guy out there without pads. But in pads, him and Garrow are just about step for step. And I tell you what, you saw right when he got one step on in between those two guys from Bryan. It was goal line after that.
Boy, he broke through that little containment there at about midfield, and I'll bet you he just got a big smile on his face because he could see nothing but goal line in front of him.
You know, the exciting thing is to watch the lineman 40 yards backfield down here just cheering.
Yep.
Hey, you go.
Run.
You go.
Run, Ray, run.
Yeah, you got to like that.
Here comes, see, he's over there. You see the official over, he's playing with that football. I don't know what he's doing, but now he brings it out. Every kickoff.
I'm telling you, it's an infusion football.
What it is. But he stands on the sidelines for a few minutes before he brings the ball out. And both kickers have been standing by the tee just waiting for the ball.
You know, Major League Baseball, they rub that red dirt on the ball.
Yeah.
You know, maybe he's over there.
Got a little handful
mud
of
from
mud.
the Maumee or something, you know.
Demeline going to boot it away from at the 40. Bears are moving up, the deep men now. They're up at about their 15. There's a line drive kick that hits at the 25, fielded at the 20 by number 7, Carroll, and he's stacked up at about the 27, maybe the 28-yard line.
Number 7 for Wauseon. Carroll. Nope.
Huner.
It's number 7. I was on the wrong
Huner
side.
and Ryan Huner and Mitch Huner on the stop for the Indians on that kickoff return. They're going to mark it at about the 28, maybe the 29-yard line. 1st and 10. Golden Bears in need of a score, down 21-3. Split wide each side. Back to throw, fires it over the middle. It's picked off. Unger's got it. He's at the 30, and he's going to be tackled at about the 31-yard line. Jake Unger stepped in front of that pass over the middle, and the Indians are going to have great field position. 1st and 10 at the Golden Bear 32-yard line.
Boy, he sit back and closed in on that nice, you know, there again, Jake was first team WNWO. Easy for you to say, NWAL. First team All-League, Mark. He was first
there you
team
go.
All-League.
Just say All-League there.
Yeah, led the team in interceptions last year, and I'm not sure how many he's got this year, but it's the first one I've seen out of these last. I think he might have had one against Fairview.
Yeah, he did. Unger on the wing to the right. Inside reverse to Unger. And he breaks a tackle. Oh, I was just going to say he breaks a tackle. But number 2, Tyler Smith, had him by the shoe tops and wouldn't let him go. It'll be, he'd get it back just about to the original line of scrimmage. We'll call it 2nd down and 10.
There's a whole lot of misdirection in there. I was completely misdirected. I couldn't figure out which side he was going to.
7:59 left to go in the first half. Garrow split pretty wide out here. Got single coverage on the near side.
Yeah. We might see an audible here with that single coverage out here.
Yep, we're going to pitch it, and ball is on the ground, and Myers picks it up. That ball fumbled, bounced almost perpendicular, and came back to Brad Myers. I tell you what, when it's going good, it's going good.
Yeah.
There's going to be a loss of 2 on the play to bring up 3rd and 12. The ball is spotted just inside the 35-yard line now. They need to get to the 22 for a first down.
Well, if we get a decent gain on this, we might see him go for 4th down because you could be here at the 35. Probably Mark's going to consider this four down territory.
Yeah. Well, as well as the defense has played tonight too.
Yeah.
They should be in. Emmons has got it. He's got a man open right over the middle. Ray Martinez, 10-5, touchdown.
What a beautiful pass.
Well conceived play, well thrown, met him right in stride. Martinez stepped out of the tackle of Tyler Smith and carried it into the end zone. That is a 32-yard touchdown pass and catch for the Indians. They now go up 27-0. 7 minutes left to go in the half. Unger to kick it out of the hold of Martinez. Those 2 young men have had quite a night already.
Well, they've squeezed a whole lot of highlights in the first half of football.
Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And just like clockwork, they've hit 4 extra points in a row. Coach Emmons and the special teams people got to be pleased with that. 28-0 or 28-3 Wauseon. 7 minutes left to go in the half. Vic, I didn't expect this. Of course, there's a lot of football left to be played, but right now Wauseon seems to be having everything working their way.
Well, it reminds me a lot of the Delta game. I mean, literally, they came out like gangbusters and just they seemed to find the right seams and everything seemed to go Wauseon's way. And certainly here tonight, already 28 points on the board. Very few mistakes by the Indians, and that's what you want in a big game like this. And you know, Bryan is going to have to do something because it's very close. You know, a team snaps at a certain point, and they're going to have to probably put some points on the board here to go in halftime this far down. It's kind of a hard pill to swallow.
See him over there. I think he's writing his name on that ball or something. I don't know.
You think he's mic'd maybe for?
We'll see everybody on the field, including the other officials, is waiting for him. Then he comes over with the ball.
That is kind of a funny thing. I've never seen.
I never have either. You know, now if Rich were here, he'd run down at halftime and ask that referee what he's doing.
Yeah.
So he tees it up at the 40. Does Dana Demeline. Scott Arnold, the sophomore, the deep man. And there's a line drive kick, and he's going to get it at about his 15. He's got a wedge in front of him, finds a little opening, gets it out across the 30 to about the 31-yard line. Shirey in on that stop. Villanueva in on that stop.
You like to see those wedge busters. You know, you got to find just the right kid that loves to go down and sacrifices. You get one of those speeches by the coach, who wants to sacrifice their body 100% for the team? And there's always 2 or 3 of them that, you know, they're just like kamikaze right through the middle and bust open those wedges.
Single split to each side, shotgun formation for Lawrence. And something happened there. I think everybody moved but the center.
That's a bad sign, isn't it?
Dead ball illegal procedure against the Bears. Yeah, it's pretty much what happened. Everybody moved except.
And the irony is the whole team was offsides except the center. But we all know whose fault it is, don't we?
Andy Myers missed the snap count, I guess. And same formation. Whoa, oh, the snap is loose. The Indians get this one. Let's see what happens. I don't know who's got it.
I saw Shirey on top, but he didn't get it, but it looks like it might be an Indian underneath him there.
We'll see. There's no official signal from them.
There's a lot of
there it is.
Jumping. There it is.
There's the signal from the official. Lawrence fumbled the snap. The ball was on the ground at about the 27-yard line, and the Indians fell on it. And I think we're going to have to credit Shirey for the fumble recovery. I think he's the one that came up with it.
Yeah, he was on initial contact. Somebody dove in underneath. I couldn't tell who it was. It was a little high snap from the center there. You know, it's a terrible thing being an offensive lineman. You get identified when you screw up.
Yeah.
But, you know, Coach Paul Unger, who helps out with the Golden Bears coaching staff here, was up here earlier. And Andy was actually in an accident surfboarding out Lake Erie and was stabbed by the pole with a surfboard.
Wow. And
survived, and he's out here playing tonight.
Yeah, it's a great story. Emmons on the keeper. He's got some, ooh, whoa. He'll feel that hit tomorrow.
Yeah, but you know what? He popped up like it didn't hurt. And that's what you got to do.
I'm not sure who made the hit, but somebody got a good licking on Aaron, and as they say, he took the licking and kept on ticking. He got 6 on that play, give him down to about the 22-yard line, 2nd down and 4. 6:20 left to go in the first half. Indians with a commanding 28-3 lead at this point and looking for more. Garrow single split here to the near side. Now Unger splits to the far side, and there's nobody guarding him.
It looks like
Martin is off
no
left
flag,
tackle,
yeah.
Firing forward and gets down close to the first down. I think they're going to mark his forward progress right at the 20. He'll be about a yard shy, I'm guessing. See where they mark it. They do mark it at the 30. Looks like about 2 yards shy. 3rd and 2, we'll call it. But you're down now definitely in 4-down territory.
And you got the wide side of the field over here with Jumbo Elliott and Kyle Borton. What do you want to guess? We might run a 26 here, or, well, it won't be 26, but behind the 6 hole.
Myers,
up the middle.
And he got it off right guard. He's got the first down to about the 16-yard line.
I tell you, I love to watch that kid run.
He stays low and runs hard, doesn't he? Just has a knack for finding holes.
He has a knack for making them in people's heads, too. Plus, I just dig his haircut. You know what?
You love it, don't you?
Yeah. I was like 30 before I had that haircut.
Yeah. I'd have a haircut like that, too, if I had any hair. I might shave it, too, if I had any. 1st and 10 Indians at the 16. Martinez, nope, that gives it to the up back. And he's down at about the, maybe the 15. He might have gotten a yard on that play.
That inside little misdirection play. Swanton used to run that against us for years. And I think they always will, but they used to have a lot of success with that play against Wauseon.
Tyler Smith on the tackle there. Call it 2nd down and 8. They can get a first down at about the 7-yard line. Unger on the wing to the left. Split backfield. Yep, Martinez was the ball carrier. Aaron Emmons does a nice job of play faking. I really couldn't tell who had that ball.
Yeah, that was actually a fake off the misdirection instead of running the misdirection and actually keep it that time.
And he lost about 3 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 11.
Now the irony here was if we'd kick a field goal.
Oh my, wouldn't that be something? What do you think? You think maybe that tight end drag over the middle we saw down here around midfield in the 1st quarter? We got an official timeout. That guy's got to take the football to the sideline again, write his name on it. Now I think we got a football equipment problem for the goal. Now Wauseon takes a timeout. Coach Emmons says, you know, that's a good idea. Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
3:50 to go in the half. They're up 28-3. They have the football, 3rd and 11 at about the 18-yard line of the Golden Bears.
Well, I'll tell you one thing they're going to have to look at. If they got Garrow out here with one-on-one coverage, and of course he's got some wheels, so Coach Emmons might have seen that. A lot of times you'll send your formation out just to see where they're going to line up. So he might have called a timeout and said, guys, here we got one-on-one coverage here. Let's hit a post pattern, throw it to the inside of them. That way you stay away from the safety. And we might see a touchdown on that if we get one-on-one coverage.
Speaking of spread offenses, we haven't for about 5 minutes, but we did.
Yeah.
You were a member of a team that used that spread quite effectively down in Bowling Green for a while.
Well, we threw the ball quite a bit. You know, back then, you know, I'm showing my age, being 42. We really didn't have much of the spread, but we threw on an average about 36 times a game.
That's a bunch.
It was the only huddle I was ever in that I was shorter than the quarterback. Bryan McClure, our quarterback who played for the Bills a couple years, he was about 6'8".
Now we have double splits to this side. Garrow and Unger. Emmons has got the football. He's rolling.
There it is.
Firing into the end zone. It's broken up at the last minute. Nice play down there by number 7, Carroll. Unger was open. That's going to bring
the gap.
Yes, he did. That's going to bring up a 4th and 11.
And I'm going to say we're going to go for it.
Yep. That little play where the 2 wideouts here cut upfield left, across the middle, and then Myers does that little circle out of the backfield. We saw that at our first home game this year, and I don't think we've seen it since. Straight drop back off the shotgun, got plenty of time, fires it over the middle. He's got Martinez. Oh, he dropped the ball.
He just dropped it.
Yep, he had it. It rolls into the end zone. I thought he made the catch.
Well, he laid out for it. It was just a little out in front of him.
Yeah, I think he may have knocked the wind out of him.
Yeah.
You can see how he's just kind of.
It's like you might have a banged up shoulder a little bit. A lot of times you fall on the shoulder.
Yeah, you got that stinger in there, and it doesn't want to work itself out. Well, let's hope he's okay. Ray Martinez is going off to the sideline. His shoulder looking a little ginger there. We'll see now. Dana Demeline saying, hey, we need a safety out here. Number 6, Matt Bost, a sophomore, takes Martinez's position on the right corner. Handoff, got running room. Hartsuck's got the ball out across the 25 to about the 28-yard line. He's got enough for a first down, give him a gain of about 11. 3:30 left to go in the ball game. Boy, you hate to come up empty down there, Vic, but
yeah, you do.
You can't really complain much about the Indians' offense tonight, however.
Now, even though we came up empty, it was time of possession, and that Golden Bear defense has been on the field a long time.
We got a split and a slot out here to the near side. Shotgun, handoff again. Oh! And he is met in the backfield by Tim Burkholder. I think Timmy probably introduced himself. What do you think?
I think he had a second helping. That's why he was hungry, but then I think he went back for seconds.
He's a loss of about 4 on the play. Maybe 3. We'll call it second down and 13. The ball is just outside the 25-yard line.
What was the lyrics from that old song? Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man.
Yeah, exactly. Now they go back to their familiar twins, as Vic calls them. Straight drop back. Got a man out here all by himself. Hartsuck's got the ball, makes a juke move, gets it across the 30 to the 31. Badenhop and Borton out here on a stop. Good to see a big guy like Borton come all the way across the field and make that tackle.
Yeah, he's 6 foot tall. He's 270 pounds. First team All-League, and he's just a junior. He's got a lot of good football ahead of him.
Oh, yeah, he does. Third down and 7. He picked up about 6 on the play. 2 minutes now left to go in the first half. Same formation as we saw last play. Splits to the near side. Back to throw. He's under pressure. He's running with it. He lets it go, and he's got a man.
Oh, no. Was he
Ball is,
still
I
in
thought
bounds?
I don't know.
He was out of bounds.
Well, the official was watching him the entire time. The pass was caught out here by number 33, Carl Kervile, and he's tightrope down the sidelines to about the 27-yard line of the Indians on a very nice play.
Well, there was a lot of confusion down there on the sideline. It looked like he was hit. Now, I don't know how he stayed in bounds, but even the referee stopped for a second, but he never did call him out of bounds.
No.
And then it just took off again.
Lawrence did a nice job in that play. He was under some pressure and found the open man. Quarterback draw, got running room. He's inside the 20 to about the 16-yard line. Minute 35 left to go. You know, why is it that teams, when they got that sense of urgency, look, we got to get in before the half, that all of a sudden that offense steps up again? Wauseon takes their second time out of the half.
We used to call the prevent defense the old Las Vegas defense, because that's when everybody in Vegas lost their money.
Yeah, exactly right. I think that prevent defense does nothing but prevent you from winning.
And I really don't think Wauseon's gone into, necessarily a prevent. I just think that, they're hitting that spread formation again. It has the ability to create some things.
But, if they can get in here, Vic, and make it 28-10, it's a ball game again.
Yeah, that we do not want to see another score here before halftime. Especially with a minute 35 left to go here.
Ball is spotted just inside the 16-yard line, 1st and 10. So they can get a first down at about the 5.
And this ought to give the referee plenty of time to pump that ball back up again.
Christmas. It's curious. I really wonder what he does. He stands over there on the sideline all by himself, and he's doing something with the football, and then he brings it over and gives it to the kicker, and then we can play ball.
Maybe he thinks we got a TV timeout. Huh?
There's no guy standing over here, though. The little white shirt with the... it's funny, but down at the Buckeye games now, and he walks on the field, the people start booing.
Yeah.
Shotgun formation again. Lawrence back there. Single split on each side. He's under some pressure now. He's going to heave it up, and it's going to be picked off. Unger at the 20. He's at the 30. He's at the 40, 45-yard line. Lawrence was under some pressure, threw it out there, and Unger, with his second pickoff of the first half, gets the ball out to the 45-yard line of the Wauseon Indians. 1st and 10 from there with a minute 22 left. Once again, a momentum killer.
And I think we have 2 timeouts left.
We have one.
Or do we have one?
We have one left.
I knew we used at least one, so. I tell you what, if we could put one more score here on the board, that'd be like putting a nail in the coffin.
Martinez is going off. They're not even going to let him play. I'm thinking they're figuring, we'll rest you at halftime, see how you feel at the beginning of the third quarter. Pitch to Demeline, looking for running room, cuts it up, and he gets it across the 50 to inside Golden Bear territory at the 49-yard line.
Taken down by 48, Brandon Greasley, and 52, Ryan Brio.
Number 48 for the Golden Bears. Gee, many Christmas, they got guys on this thing that aren't even on my overall roster. Demeline got running room up the middle, gets it down near the 40-yard line.
Alex Oberon, 66 on the shot for Bryan. Wauseon first down at the Bryan 40.
Wyatt Link was on that stop, and then he comes off the sideline. I'm sorry, not Wyatt Link. Number 28, Travis Moore, was on the stop. Now he's on the sideline. 1st and 10, Wauseon, Golden Bear 40, I formation. Quick pitch over the middle. It was deflected, knocked down there. It was intended for Zach Garrow. It's kind of a curious play. Just took the snap and stood straight up.
Yeah, it was just an inside. It's basically like what they call a TED pass, which stands for tight end dump. But I actually think that was a receiver out there on a slant, wasn't it?
Right, it was Garrow.
It was just a quick, what they called a wide out dump pass. And somebody got literally a bear paw on him.
Yeah.
That's a terrible attempt at humor, wasn't it?
That's okay. Demeline, nope.
Uh-oh.
Yep, Aaron Emmons. Emmons is going to go down. A huge sack back here. Number 76, John Harvey, the 6'3", 191-pound senior. And he does a big damage. So I think the Indians take their final timeout here.
Well,
28 to 3, 37 ticks left on the clock. Yeah, the water boy's out on the field. So the Wauseon Indians do take their final timeout. It's 3rd and 15 from the 45-yard line. What's the play, Coach?
Well, it's going to have to be at least a pass play, because if it's inbounds, the clock's going to run, and that was our last timeout. I almost thought that Mark probably would have let the clock just run out, but looks like we're going to get a couple shots at it. And of course, we've had one-on-one coverage down here again. You know, might see a streak straight down the sideline and just throw it up and see what happens here.
Well, Martinez is in the game.
No, we're not gonna have single coverage over here now.
Nope. Oh, they got a reverse going to Martinez. That's not going to go anywhere.
Uh-oh.
He reverses his field. He's going to pick up a block from Meyer, and another block.
The kid. Get out of bounds.
I'm not sure what that was. It's boy, Myers.
We didn't gain a lot, but man, that was a great shot by Myers.
He had a couple of big blocks here on that, and they're going to line it up. They got 9 ticks left.
He didn't get out of bounds.
No, 4th down and 7. 9 ticks left. 3, 2, 1. He gets it off. He's got the ball deep. He throws it down the middle. It's going to get knocked down or something. It's intercepted in the end zone. So it's going to be the end of the half right there, with the Indians leading 28 to 3 over the Bryan Golden Bears. We will be back after halftime, hopefully with some stats. We're back at Bryan Golden Bear Stadium in Bryan, Ohio. Just before the start of the second half, the Indians leading 28 to 3. Somewhat a surprise, Vic. What are your impressions of that first half?
Yeah, we really thought that this would be a lot closer ball game so far. But however, we have seen some big explosions on offense by the Golden Bears. So you certainly don't want to have your team go in and relax at halftime.
Well, the Golden Bears will get the ball to start the second half, and as you said, there were some glimpses there when they had the spread offense clicking. They were eating up huge chunks of yardage. They broke down once and settled for a field goal, and then the one other time they got down into our territory, they threw an interception and cost them big time. They've had some costly turnovers, including one on a kickoff. So they. It's been a game thus far that I think the Bryan Golden Bears thought might go a little bit differently, but they can regroup, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Of course, if they get this football here, Vic, and go right in and score a touchdown, it's a new ball game again. Yeah,
it's important for Wauseon to come out on this initial series and not let a lot of momentum start. But like we said, the first of the ball game was going to come down to field position, a lot of turnovers. We've seen Jake Unger already have 2 interceptions. And, of course, the squib kick that turned into an onside kick off of one of the Golden Bears, and Wauseon recovered. And some big runs by Ray Martinez and a touchdown pass. So good half of football for the Indians.
Yeah, the Golden Bears have lost 2 fumbles, one right after a pass reception, and then one right out of the snap in the shotgun. And, of course, there was the 2 interceptions. So with 4 turnovers in that first half, it's not exactly the way that they planned this game to go. And I'm certain that they're going to take care of that football a little bit better here in the second half. So we could be in for that hard-hitting, button heads kind of football game we were looking for at the beginning. Well, there's our football. Here it comes. One of the coaches must have complained that he kept that ball too long, so he's right out there, Johnny, on the spot this time.
Here comes the infusion.
Yep.
And it's homecoming here at Bryan, and no team wants to lose their homecoming, so I'm sure that was mentioned at halftime also.
I'm pretty sure. So Dana Demeline's going to tee it up at his 40-yard line. He's going to kick it deep. The deep back again is number 34, Scott Arnold, a 6 foot, 171-pound sophomore. They do have some youth on this Bryan team. They probably will be a team to be reckoned with in years to come. And our second half is underway. Line drive kick, fielded by Carroll, and he gets out of bounds at about the 35. They're going to mark him at about the 37-yard line. So they will take over, does Bryan, at their own 37. First down and 10 for their first offensive possession of the second half. Do you expect to see anything differently defensively from the Indians this half, Vic? Or are we going to?
Well, I think we're probably going to see some more 4-4. It depends on what, how the Bears decide what they're going to run. Here we are with the twins again. And
Timmy Burkholder, middle linebacker.
You see Coach Emmons has got him right in the 4.
There's that quarterback draw, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. A nice play. Villanueva is in there. And it looks like Holgrave in there.
Yep.
Made a nice stop. They'll give him a yard, call it second down and 9. Quarterback draw didn't work that time.
No, I think you're going to see Wauseon stun a little bit and shade. They'll take those 2 tackles over the guards and they'll shade them inside and out and pinch in and out and try to keep them confused of which way they're going to slant.
Straight drop back, looking, firing out here. Did he make the catch? He did make the catch. Yep. I thought with the nose of the ball diving down, it was going to hit before it got to him. But number 5, Tyson Snyder, makes a catch, and it's enough for a first down.
Wauseon had the blitz on. We sent the middle backer on the blitz and just didn't quite get there, which anytime you blitz, there's always a chance that somebody's going to be open.
Shire and Holgrave at the ends, Borton and Villanueva at the tackles. Timmy Burkholder, believe it or not, is lining up at a middle linebacker slot in this 4-4 alignment. Handoff to Hartsock, and he got away from Burkholder. Or got away from Villanueva, I'm sorry. Got it across the 50 to Indian territory at about the 49-yard line. Pick up of 4. It'll be second down and 6 from there.
That's a real interesting adjustment we're seeing here with Wauseon. If you notice, right inside the two tackles, that the middle linebacker is playing exceptionally tight up in there. And the reason being is that keeps those two outside tackles from getting on him. Look how tight he is up here in the line of scrimmage, because they're going to try to run up inside here.
Quick pitch out here. Ooh, off the hands of Justin Carroll. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6. Looked like the Indians had that pretty well covered. If he made that catch, he didn't look like he was going to gain a lot, but the yards after catch, things that receivers coaches love to talk about. 10:27 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Wauseon 28, Bryan 3. Here come the twins. Splits, double splits to each side. Lawrence takes the snap, fires out. He got a man open. That's number 2, Tyler Smith. Garrow on the tackle. Burkholder out here on the stop. Emmons on the stop. Enough for a 1st down. They keep going back, Vic, to that quick slant on both sides. They're throwing it very effectively.
And Tyler Smith's had several big receptions tonight over the middle, and of course we're seeing formation to one side and throwing it back on this side, and I think confusing Wauseon just a little bit. But I have a feeling we're going to pick up on that in here in the second half. We may pick off one of these.
I'm not sure what. I think the back receiver is actually cutting out. Yeah, that's what it is. Number 5, Tyson Snyder with the reception. Garrow knocks him out of bounds at the 16-yard line. That's a 1st down. And the Golden Bears with their 2nd deepest penetration of the night. And that's exactly what's happening. The front receiver is running down and into the center. The back receiver is running down and then breaking out.
Yeah.
And they're open. They've been open.
Yeah.
Same formation. Quarterback draw. Got it 10 inside to the 9-yard line. Emmons on the stop. Another big pickup of about 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line. They can get a 1st down right about the 5. They were down here once before, came away with a field goal. This time he hands it off, and Villanueva's got him. Might get a yard on the play. Aaron Emmons also in there on the stop. They're going to give him a yard. It'll make it 3rd down and 2. Ball is spotted at the 8. And it's pretty much what the Bryan Golden Bears needed, Vic, was to take this ball and go right down the field, which is what they've done.
They certainly have, and they found a little passing game on the way down through here, and a couple big gains on a couple passes. They're doing a good job here mixing it up in the middle.
Hartsock and Walls back there with Lawrence. He's got a man open, and he's in the end zone for the score.
That's
Number 2, Tyler Smith with the touchdown catch. And I don't know what Coach Brian Arnold told him at halftime, but I'll tell you what, Vic, they made that look easy.
Well, I think you go in at halftime and you point out to them, hey, fellas, we did some things right. Let's go out the second half and do them and not focus on the things we did wrong, because obviously we saw a lot of turnovers, and I think he made believers out of the offense. So real important now we come back, and
Andy Park's kick is up and good. So with 8:35 left to go in the 3rd quarter, the score, Wauseon 28, Bryan 10. And boy, you couldn't ask for a much better start to the half for Bryan.
no, and it's real important now that offensive line comes out here along with Brad Meyer and Ray Martinez and Aaron Emmons, come out here in senior leadership and shut this momentum down and put another score on the scoreboard.
We'll see how they answer. Park will kick it off from his 40. He's got a pretty good leg for a sophomore, Vic.
You know, it's real hard on a ball team when you've got a big lead not to let down. It's really hard to get super excited when you've got a game in control, and oftentimes it literally sneaks up on you, and then you got yourself a ball game again.
Well, quarterback Jamie Lawrence certainly looked sharp on that drive.
And Tyler Smith had, what, 4 receptions on that drive, I think. And then 1 to number 5.
And there comes the official.
Now, I'm going to guess they're probably going to kick this to the right side since Ray Martinez has already returned one of these tonight. They're probably going to stay away from him.
They've got it teed up on the left hash mark as opposed to the middle of the field. You see what they do with it. And he kicks a squibber. You're right. It doesn't look like they want to let Ray return it. And Huner falls on it at the 25-yard line.
Did that hit the referee?
It hit Huner. He stuck a hand down, and it kind of squirted away from him, and he just fell on it.
I just saw the ball take a misdirection.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it hit the referee or not.
So the ball is spotted at the 24-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Wauseon from there with their first offensive possession of the second half. And we'll see if, as Vic says, they can counteract the Bryan momentum, get a score. Unger out here with single coverage to the near side. Martinez with running room. Martinez across the 40 or 30 to about the 35-yard line. Well, he almost broke that one, Vic.
Yeah, nice run up inside. Just a handful of jersey away from 7 points. Wauseon's guards really doing a good job up inside there. In fact, that whole offensive line of Borton and Jumbo Elliott and Amos and Wise and Hanson, Burkholder up front, doing a fantastic job.
I formation. Myers up the middle. Keeps digging, keeps plowing, gets out near the 40. Boy, there's no quitting that boy, is there?
You know, I believe I'm going to call him this winter just to use him as a snowplow. I'm not kidding you. He was absolutely stopped in his tracks and got 3 more yards.
He got a 5-yard gain out of that. He was met at the line of scrimmage and generally dragged the pile for 5 yards. It's now a 2nd and 5 with 7:46 left to go in the third quarter. The officials are taking a timeout. Somebody lost their mouth guard. Nope, we got somebody bleeding. Can't have that on the field. Number 2, Tyler Smith, who caught the touchdown pass, is over here being tended to. Boy, that's a pretty good sized cut.
Yeah, you can see that from here.
Yeah. Garrow split to the far side. I formation behind Aaron Emmons. 2nd and 5. Pitch goes to Demeline, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
And that looks like a real good hold up front here, but he was tracked down by backside pursuit there.
Number 55, Hegman on the stop. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5. And Vic, the last thing you want to do is kick the ball back to them this soon. You're going to have to. Comes Seth Wise out over the football, joined now by the rest of his teammates. Zach Garrow going wide right. Split backs. Pitch goes to Myers, looking for running room, cuts it up, gets close to the 1st down. Boy, that's going to be real close.
He's got it. I think he's over that line there.
He's just across the 45.
I think he made it by the length of one of your chili dogs.
And he did. He did. By the length of a chili dog, he made that 1st down.
You know, that ruined me, don't you? You brought those 2 things up there. Haven't stopped thinking about them since.
Well, you know, the concession stand is right down the way.
Now, that's not true. I just went down there to use the bathroom. It was about 8 miles.
6:42 left to go to third quarter.
Which I justify as a workout.
That's a long ways. Offset backfield again, this time an inside counter to Martinez, and he's not even going to get back to the line. That play was kind of slow developing there, Vic.
Yeah, it was.
They got some penetration, did the defense. And they've dropped him for about a yard loss.
So we used to call stopping up your sinuses. There was a penetration in the middle there, and it stopped that slant from working.
Call it 2nd and 11. Clock ticking down to 6:05 left to go in the third quarter. Wauseon up 18, 28-10. Zach Garrow out here all by himself. He's got to feel lonely, you know, the rest of his teammates over there in the middle of the field. Myers cutting it up, gets it down to right at midfield. It looks like they're going to mark it. He'll pick up about 6 on the play. We'll call it 3rd down and 5. They need to get about a chili dog length inside that 45-yard line of the Golden Bears to get a 1st down.
You know I'd have onions on that, though.
Okay.
And can you imagine what this microphone would smell like if I had onions?
Here come the Indians. Important play here. They just picked up a 3rd and 5. They're looking at about a 3rd and 6 right here. Emmons rolling, looking, going to tuck it up. Not going to get there.
Oh!
He spins forward, but he's going to be stopped about 2 yards, maybe 3 shy of that 1st down marker. And
it wasn't a great mark.
See it? Yep. Coach decides we're going to kick it.
Yeah, you don't want to risk it at this stage of the game.
So the Bryan Golden Bears do indeed hold. So they get a score and a defensive stop, and that's exactly what you need when you're down 28-3. And now they're down 28-10. Martinez in punt formation for the Indians. Snyder and Silver, a deep, nice, high floating spiral. The kick is rolling sideways, downed. He got it down at the 1-yard line.
Who was that?
Myers makes a great play on special teams. It's down at the 1-yard line.
You know, a kid that big ought not be down that deep. You know, he walks, he talks, he crawls on his belly like a reptile. What is it that kid can't do? I'm not kidding you. That was very impressive.
So the Bryan Golden Bears looking at 99 yards of green in front of them to get to the goal line. Looks like they're going to put the I formation in and see if they can't bang it out of there a little bit and get some breathing room. Hartsuck is deep in the I back, and they give it to the up man, and he gets it out near the 4, so it gets about 3, and that's some little bit of breathing room there. Nice, beautiful, high-hanging spiral from Ray Martinez, and a great special teams play down there by Brad Myers.
You know, the thing that was special about that was Brad had the presence of mind not to pay any attention to the fair catch and just run right by him. You know, that's how he made that play.
Ball is spotted. It looks like the back end of the football is on the 3-yard line. Call it 2nd down and 8 from there. They do have one split out wide to the right side, Jessen Carroll. And this time he's rolling, looking, fires it out here to Carroll. It's batted up. We got an interference.
Oh, now I'm not going to believe they're going to call that interference.
Well, they called the pass interference penalty, but number 33, Kyle Carvalho, caught the deflection. He caught that deflection, so the question becomes, do you take the play, which is going to be a 1st down anyway, or do you take the pass interference play, which is an automatic 1st down? It looks like with the penalty, they'll gain a little bit of yardage. So let's see what they decide to do.
Well, it really looked like good coverage to me. Of course, we don't have the benefit of instant replay this week, but I am wearing red.
Yeah. It just looked like he you know, jumped up and kind of reached over his shoulder and tapped that ball away. Unfortunately, he tapped it right into the hands of number 33.
Looks like they gained 2 yards by taking the penalty.
So the ball is spotted just across the 18-yard line, and boy, they came out of that hole.
They got a break there, didn't they?
And here come the Golden Bears again. They started off the first half with a touchdown drive, and they've come from their own 1 out to their own 18. And he's got a man wide open on the sidelines. And that play, Vic, has worked all night long. Tyler Snyder with the catch across the 30 to the 31, another 1st down. Suddenly, the Golden Bear offense is gaining yardage by dozens. Well, as that old adage says, you run it till they stop it.
Well, there's another old adage, if you want to tenderize the meat, you put some pressure on it.
Yeah, well, no pressure there. The quarterback Lawrence takes it out near the 40 where he's met rather aggressively by Mr. Aaron Evans. Dropped right there at the 39-yard line, but it's he got a gain of 9. It'll be a second down and 1, maybe a long 1, short 2.
Yeah, Wauseon's going to need somebody at some point to step up and put some pressure on here and get a sack.
I
and
formation.
Get this, spread formation out of its rhythm.
Lawrence on the keeper. And they're just, when they've got, they lined up in the 4-4 and then they came in the eye and ran the keeper. So they're taking advantage of what's out there. Good play calling by the offensive coaches of the Bryan Golden Bears. Ball is at the 46. Clock running at 2:28 of the third quarter. And Bryan looks to be clicking heavily now, and the Indians can't figure out a way to stop this spread offense. Hartsock, and he's going to turn the corner. He's got some wheels. Stop out there by Martinez. Ball inside Indian territory at the 47-yard line. And Vic, just whatever kind of play they're running is working now.
Well, you know, we almost had him wrapped up. They literally just turned on the burners and outrun that the defensive end there, whoever was on the corner. And he outrun the defense. And that's something that they say speed kills, and there you have it.
Now the Indians are starting to play the two wides a little closer. There's one over the middle. Caught, gathered back in. He caught it, fumbled it, caught it again. Got it down to the 35-yard line.
Well, we've seen it all tonight, haven't we? Everything from the immaculate reception now to...
And Mark Emmons is going to take a timeout. I don't think he likes at all what he's seen here in the first half, or beginning 2 drives of the Golden Bears in the second half.
Now he's telling them right now that it's time to buckle up the chin straps and we got to go to a different level right here. And I tell you what, you know, that's what he's going to call into account, this senior leadership, and he's going to call these guys to step up here. I won't be surprised if you see a little extra effort here, especially out of our defensive line right here. We may see a couple big plays.
Ball is spotted at the Indian 35-yard line. There's 1:31 left to go in the third quarter. The Indians leading 28-10. Put another 7 spot up here, and it's an 11-point ball game.
Yeah, that field goal in the first half counted, didn't it?
It sure did. Got another big youngster down there, Bryan. Does number 99. Doesn't play, not yet. He's only a sophomore, but he's 6'1", 285. You got to believe he'll see some action before his career is over.
Oh, yeah.
Double splits to the near side, a single split to the far side. Pump fake, looking. I think Snyder heard some footsteps on that one.
Well, just off his fingertips.
Yep.
And, you know, he's not as tall as Smith, but just off the tip of his fingertips and out of his reach, fortunately for the Indians. They're finding the seam over there.
Second down and 10. Yeah, it just looked like he kind of went into a slide as opposed to, you know, just aggressively going after that ball. And here come the twins. You see now the Indians are covering this formation a little tighter. There it goes. That's what you do. You spread the formation and your quarterback takes off. He picks up 9 down to the 26-yard line. It'll be a 3rd and 1 from there. I'm sure why Coach Emmons was keeping Aaron and Holgrave a little closer. And they almost had to split them out there because that double split formation, they were catching a lot of passes out of that formation. So you split your defenders out there and it leaves the middle wide open.
Well, notice here Wauseon's going back into a 5. And right there's why you want to reinforce that middle.
Lawrence does get the ball down inside the 25 to the 23. And that's going to be enough for a Golden Bear first down. Time is ticking, however.
Well, they're just 4 yards right out of the red zone right here. Now comes that critical crossroads part for the Bryan offense with the spread formation. Are they going to shift back into tights, and are they going to be successful with that? Because really their success has come out of the spread, which is what we got here again.
Mm-hmm. And it's just a straight quarterback draw, and he's got all kinds of room down inside the 15. Another 9-yard gain. Boy, they're picking up huge chunks of yardage here on this drive.
They're going to have to definitely plug that middle, and it's going to take those two inside. When you play a 4, you've got to be dependent on your 2 down guys to control the guards and dominate them in order to shut that middle down.
Boy, he's got a man wide open. That was that double split. And Hartsock, there wasn't a man within 15 yards of him. He was standing all alone in the left corner of the end zone. And Lawrence found him. And it's now 28-16. That was the last play of the third quarter. And the kick was up, and the kick is good. And boy, if you're a Wauseon Indian fan, this is starting to scare you.
Starting to get a little nervous.
Wauseon basically stalled on their only drive. Bryan completely dominated that third quarter, put 2 touchdowns on the board, and it's now a 28-17 game. And as they say, Big Mo is firmly entrenched on the purple and gold sideline right now.
Well,
99 yards.
99 yards. Yeah. But the good news is Wauseon really, even when their drives have stopped, they've always got a couple first downs first and then got stopped. So they really have been successful. Let's just hope we can string one together here and put this one to bed.
Right now it's an 11-point game, so the Golden Bears would need either 2 touchdowns or a touchdown, a 2-point extra point, and a field goal to tie it. So you still got a 2-score football game, and Wauseon, needs to eat some clock on this drive.
Yeah, a long scoring drive.
Yes. Now shoot.
The old Woody Hayes scoring drive.
The football Nazi actually beat the Indians on the field that time. And he gives the ball to number 25, Andy Park, who tees it up at the 40. Martinez and Demeline are standing at about their own 20. We'll see what happens with this kick. Ray nearly broke one and did break another, so we'll see where they kick it. It's a squib kick, and it's downed by the Indians. Huner again at the 34-yard line. Well, I guess they figured out how to stop the long kickoff returns. Vic, they're just going to kick it on a squib and let one of the up guys fall on it. So the Indians with the second possession of the second half, and strangely as that may sound, it's in the fourth quarter. They got 1 possession in the third quarter. Ball is spotted at about the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 Wauseon.
And that play took 1 second. How about that?
That's
a long second.
That's a long second. I formation. Martinez off left guard. Gets it out near the 40, or about the 38-yard line the way it looks. We'll give him 4. Call it 2nd down 6.
And we'd take that every play, wouldn't we? 4 yards all the way down the field.
We got a cramp. Like Raymond's cramping up here. No, he's all right. Now here comes Demeline. I'm going to get him off the field.
That was Schroeder with the cramp, wasn't it?
Well, number 1.
He runs in and out the plays. And Martinez is going out.
Yep. So I formation, Dana Demeline will be the deep back. Looks like Coach Emmons is saying we're just going to line it up and go. Demeline powers in there, gets across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. He's going to be a couple shy of the first down. Look across the way at the yardsticks. It looks like about 3rd and a yard.
And that's exactly what you want to see. You don't want to stay about 4 yards at a time and then punch that through and eat that clock up and move all the way down the field.
Again, Demoline got some running room. He's going to be open.
There he goes.
He's at the 40. He's at the 30. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Dana Demoline.
That went, were they in I formation? I wasn't paying
I
attention,
formation.
but they had the wing up there, and he hit the hole between Big Jumbo Elliott and Kyle Borton and took it to the house. That was good blocking by the offensive line.
57-yard touchdown run for Dana Demoline. And the Indians have scored on the big play a lot this evening.
Yes, they have.
34-17.
And this is a very important extra point right here.
Coach Emmons is going to go for 2. This will make it if they get this, it'll make it a 19-point lead.
Which, if they make it, they'll have to score 3 times.
Martinez looking, cuts back. He's in.
In.
He's in. The 2-point conversion is successful. So with 10:27 left to go in the ball game, Wauseon gains back a measure of that big momentum and takes a 36-17 lead.
So now they're going to have to score at least 3 touchdowns to get the lead or to get the victory here. And I think maybe a few feathers fell off a float on that play.
You think so?
Steve told me when we were broadcasting the Delta game that we couldn't be too biased, but was that too biased there?
Yeah, I don't think so. I just love high school football. Love to watch the kids play, and they play it for the love of the game. Nobody getting paid. You know, they just play it.
Now, you've never been to Texas then, have you?
Oh, boy. See that football Nazi over there. I sort of look at him. It looks like he's looking at his wristwatch. Okay, I've been here for about 2 minutes. I can come out with the ball now. And here he comes. I have never seen this happen.
I haven't either. Yeah. Are you just dying to find out what
yeah, I'd love to know what in the heck he's doing with that ball. Maybe we can get Paul one of these times to zero in on that official. You got him? What's he? He's watching his watch. I'll be darned. Must be a rule. Dana Demoline, he of the 57-yard touchdown run, now is going to kick it off. And he boots another line drive kick down the middle, and it gets to the backup. Then it's fumbled down there, picked up at about the 12, and he gets it out across the 20 to about the 22-yard line.
You know, actually not a bad return for all that.
Yeah, really.
You know, Wauseon really has done well with this squib kick. You know, that's designed. It's a hard kick to handle, and it's not pretty. It looks like a duck running backwards, but it's hard to pick up. It really is. And he, even with all that fumbling backward, he still got, about 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah. So the Golden Bears have it on their 21-yard line. 1st and 10. They now trail by 19 at 36-17. The Twins are back. And he's going to fire it over the middle. And he got jarred loose from that football. Aaron Emmons and the football arrived at Tyler Smith at about the same time.
And I did get confirmation from Aaron's mother down on the sidelines at halftime that Aaron chose number 4 because of Brett Favre. You know, Mark was drafted by the Packers, and so he's turned his boys into cheeseheads also. So.
Single splits on both sides. Set back on either side of Mr. Lorenz at quarterback. He's straight drop back under a little bit of pressure, and he gets it away, and he's got a man on the sidelines, knocked out of bounds by Garrow and Demoline, but not before he picks up about 12 yards for a Golden Bear first down. Lawrence hung in there pretty well there, Vic. He was under some pressure.
He was. It was good pressure. His hands was up and completed the pass. And I tell you, Garrow delivered quite a blow over there. Might produce what they call a subdermal hematoma or a bruise.
Yeah.
Learned that in health class. How about that, huh?
Hey, and you remembered it. That's impressive.
BG education.
There you go. Ball is at the 33-yard line, 1st and 10, 10:09 left to go in the ball game. He's going to chuck it out there again. Overthrows his man. Hemmons defending on the play. Tyler Smith, the intended receiver. 2nd down and 10.
You got to like a quarterback that plays linebacker. You know, not since the days of Joe Cap and Roman Gabriel, those guys that used, hey, you know, I think they enjoyed getting hit. They took it as a challenge.
You
know?
love those kind of guys. We had one here ways back. You remember Corey Griggs played linebacker and quarterback. You got to love a kid that's got that kind of spunk, you know?
Absolutely.
And that's Aaron Emmons, a football player. And there goes Lawrence, and he's loose, and he's down inside Indian territory, and they drag him down at the 44-yard line. You know, you got to like this kid, too. Playing hard-nosed football, making big plays, keeping his team in this ball game.
You know, it would have been real easy for this Bryan football team to lay down and kind of sulk and say, well, they got us, and there's not enough time. We got to score. But they have not quit at all.
Nope.
And that really is impressive. That's a good coach ball club.
We got triple splits here to the near side. Batted up in the air. Oh! Unger can't quite get there.
That would have been his 3rd of the night if he could have picked that one.
Now there's something curious. Brad Myers is out playing defense. I'm not sure I've seen that before this year or this season, but he's out there.
I think you just don't get tired of hitting people. He's probably over the pestering one of the coaches. He's, come on, let me run over
Put
another
me in
one.
there.
Yeah.
Let me hit somebody. And we talk often here on INTV about there are young men that play football, and then there are football players, and people like Aaron Emmons and Brad Myers. Those are football players.
Yes, they are.
The double twins again, and he's firing. He's deep down the sidelines. This one, there's all kinds of flags going down. I don't know who interfered with who. They kind of fell back into each other.
It looked like three guys fell down and caught a punch. What it looked like.
Yeah, I think that's what Aaron Emmons is trying to say. Look, they just got their feet tangled up. Pass interference, Wauseon. Holy.
Well, it is homecoming here.
I guess so. I'm not, you know, it looked to me like that was one of those where they got their feet tangled up, everybody fell down. We had one just like that last week against Liberty. Was a good no call. I mean, and it would have been against Liberty, and it was a good no call.
Except we were playing at home.
Yeah, well, but it was a good no call. It was just two guys got their feet tangled up, and it wasn't and that just, Bryan got the call there. So that's the 2nd pass interference call of the night against the Indians. Triple splits to the near side, 1 split to the far side, a single setback back there with Lawrence. 9:37 left on the game clock. Lawrence on the quarterback draw. This time they bottle him up. Gain of maybe 3.
Now you notice there, Wauseon went to what's called an eagle front, where they put a nose guard and they leave the 2 tackles over the guards. They tighten that inner 3 out. And did you notice he bounced that to the outside? There wasn't anything inside. They're making an adjustment there.
Quick snap over the middle. He's got a man wide open down inside the 5. That's Hartsuck. He's had himself one heck of a football game. The ball is down inside the 5 again. 1st and goal.
Well, him and Smith and Snyder, they're on a merry-go-round catching these passes. And, he's racking up some yardage.
Oh, my. He's got to have, boy, you got to figure 300 yards, close to 300 yards passing tonight. I formation. Lawrence quarterback. He has the quarterback draw.
I think that might have been a busted play.
I don't know which one of the Indians grabbed him, but he shoved him about 3 yards forward.
Well, it looked like he tried to hand it off, and no one would take it. He said, all right, I'll go myself.
Ball is down at the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
It's one of the great things about high school football, isn't it?
Yep,
you just
it
never
sure
know.
Is. Yep, there we go. Now they know where they're lined up. Double setbacks. Fumble! Ball is loose. Lawrence has to fall on it back at about the 17, 18-yard line.
You know, the people of Bryan probably aren't having the benefit to see this film, but number 11 right there did an incredibly brilliant thing. That was good football. So did you notice he did not go after the football? He turned around and blocked the Wauseon guy, and Bryan retained the football. That was that was a good, what we call football savvy. It was a good play on his part. Who is that? Number 11 for
Hartsock. He's had himself a heck of a ball game. And that's Bryan takes a timeout. That's going to bring up a 3rd and goal from the 17-yard line. And you're down 19. You're not going to be looking for a field goal in this situation. So it's 2 more downs to try to pick up 17 yards.
And I tell you, I'd relax here, but you know what? We've seen this Bryan team move down the field.
There's a lot of time left on this clock.
So it's about 3rd down and the length of the restroom from here.
Yeah, just about.
However, Fairview, I believe, has the league record on longest distance to a facility.
Yeah, that's pretty far. That's pretty far. So we'll see what the Golden Bears come up with here. They have a triumvirate of receivers out there that have had nice ball games. Number 2, Tyler Smith. Number 5, Tyson Snyder. And number 11, Derek Hartsock. Hartsock also doubles up as one of those setbacks, so he can carry the football, but he's going to be split out here with number 7, Jessen Carroll. Snyder and Smith split to the far side. 3rd and 17. Here comes the pressure. He's got a man open. Back down to the 3-yard line. A pickup of 14.
Well, it was a good gamble, but they lost. They had a lot of pressure on him, but he released that ball just at the point of contact when Wauseon almost sacked him.
So it's 4th and goal from the 3. Boy, that's a huge play. A big-time play by Jamie Lawrence. 7:39 left to go in the ball game.
So you're the head coach of Bryan, Mark. What do we run here?
You know, I don't think they can run it in. I think if they're going to run it in, it's going to have to be with Lawrence on some kind of an option. But they got to throw it, I think. Probably to. Nope, they hand it off. They hand it off, and it doesn't get in.
You can't run it in from there.
Big Shirey makes that stop and stops them at the 3 with a huge defensive play. Well, Vic, you talk about, somebody stepping up and making a big play, and Robert Shirey, the 5'10", 191-pound senior, makes a big play. You talked about senior leadership, and there it was.
That was huge.
7:17 left to go in the game. Wauseon with a 36-17 lead with the football, and they've got to go 97 yards.
That play was big enough. That ought to get him a date to their Wauseon's homecoming.
Okay.
Yeah.
I formation. Martinez, the deep back. He's got the football. Gets across the 5 to about the 6. So he'll pick up 3.
And we need a 1st down here to get out of the hole, but first thing you tell your kids right here is hold on to the pigskin.
Exactly. Yep. This football now nursing a 19-point lead with a little under 7 minutes to go. The football is a valuable possession. And the clock is definitely the Indians' friend right now. We got an official timeout. Equipment, one of the Golden Bears has a problem with his helmet.
Yeah, this is no place to drop the football. He used to have a coach say, he said, you want to hold on to that football like a turkey leg on Thanksgiving Day. I knew what he meant. I wouldn't dare put one of them on the ground.
Here come the Indians. I formation again. Myers the up back, Martinez the deep back. Handoff goes to Martinez off left tackle. Gets out near the 10-yard line. Now it looks like they're going to spot it at about the 9. So he'll pick up. It'll make it about 3rd and 4. It's going to be an interesting play call here.
Well, I think we're going to see us run to the wide side of the field behind Jumbo Elliott and Borton. I'm going to guess they're going to come. Yeah, here comes Jumbo.
Here they come.
They look like a parking lot pulling out here. Look at that.
Yep.
There's a Humvee and
yeah. And Unger's on the wing. So, yep, and here they come.
Look at that.
And here comes, and he's awful close. He is really close.
Oh.
Ball is spotted just shy of that 15-yard line. We'll see where. Well, they've already waved for the first down.
Yeah, the marker was short of the 15. Did you see Jumbo Elliott get the surge off the ball? I tell you what, that defensive end hit that 265 pounds and started going on roller skates.
That was a big first down. 5:29 left to go in the ball game. Martinez coming off the field. Jersey's a little dark. I think Ray's played some football tonight. Demeline now the deep back behind Myers. Yep. What are we at now? Wauseon calls a timeout. So with 5:13 left to go in the ball game, Wauseon leading 36-17. They take their second timeout of the half, leaving them with one.
Well, it's been some great football here tonight. Wauseon's probably going to talk about holding on to the football, and I would suspect we'll probably see Mr. Myers carry the ball a couple times. And, you know, right now scoring's not as important as eating up that 5 minutes and 13 seconds that's left. You think they'll have some chili dogs left down there for our way home?
I don't know. What? Still 1-0?
Well, it looks like the Water Boys are coming out of the huddle. The band's starting to crank up, and the Indians are coming back on the field.
Okay, here we go.
And the question is, will anybody ever stop playing Rocky songs at a football game?
I don't think so. That and Barbara Ann, those will be played forever. I backfield, double tight ends, Unger, wing left. And they're going to run it right off left tackle. Demeline gets it out near the 20 to about the 19-yard line. He'll pick up about 4.
'72, Timmy Burkholder with a nice hole over there off the left side.
Looks like it's about gain of 5, Vic. 2nd and 5 from there, and the Indians are doing exactly what they needed to do.
You know, Demeline, he's not very big, but he sure does. He's a good low center of gravity. He could give you a good thigh bruise if you ain't careful.
This time they're in a split backfield behind Aaron Emmons.
We got the big boys to the wide side.
And here comes Demeline looking for running room. He's bounced free. They had him bottled up, and he got free, and he's still loose. He cuts it back. He's in the open field. He's out to the 47-yard line, and now we got a penalty. I don't know whether that's going to be a face mask or whether they got Elliott Mueller for blocking in the back. Let's see what happens.
They might have just flagged him for scaring kids. He's so big out there. He says, don't you dare fall on him.
We got a hold against the Indians.
Oh.
But it's a spot foul, so it'll be a first down. Boy, I don't know how he got loose. They had him bottled up in the backfield, and he sprung around the right end and scattered down the sidelines and got down to out to about the 47.
The good news is this was from the point of the foul, and the foul was up here, so we still got a gain out of the play.
Right.
And so, I hate the rules, illegal use of the hands. You know, in fact, I hate anything that has to do with holding an ex-offensive lineman. But you know, when somebody they just get their hands on somebody's back, it really doesn't affect the play. Put that yellow booger blanket back in your pocket. You know, don't come out with it. It didn't affect the play. Is that too biased?
No, that's I've had that opinion forever. Demeline trying to bounce it out. This time he's met and dropped. He'll lose about a half a yard on the plays.
Half a yard and half a pound.
Yeah.
There are about 5 Bryan guys on it.
A lot of them. Yeah, that pile got heavy in a hurry. 3:51 and counting left to go in the ball game. 2nd down and 10, Wauseon. Ball spotted just outside their 35-yard line.
Now we want to encourage our folks in Wauseon to come out and see these boys play. Our stands aren't exactly bulging over there, are they?
No, they're not.
And I tell you, could it be any better than this?
No, this is good football.
If we had chili dogs, it could be just a little better.
And we want to thank our sponsors here after this next play. Here comes Myers looking for running room, bouncing out, turning, churning, spinning forward out to about the 40-yard line.
Did you see that?
Hold on, there's whistles all over the place. Timeout Bryan. That gives us an opportunity to thank our sponsors, Wauseon Homecoming Committee, St. Casper's Catholic Church, Don's Automotive Group, Wauseon Machine and Manufacturing, the Wauseon Athletic Boosters, Wauseon American Legion Post 265, Larry and Jenny Neuenschwander, your local Wells Bowen Realtors, and the Wauseon City Council for sponsoring our regular season INTV sports coverage. We'd also like to give a special thanks to Bill Fischio at Dynamic Music and Bill Hammondtree at the Hammondtree's TV and Appliances for all of their help with our audio equipment here. Without these folks, ladies and gentlemen, we couldn't bring you these telecasts. We'd like to have you visit them and spend some money at their businesses and tell them thank you.
Did you see Myers lower his head on that? They went head to head. And, you know, I don't know which Bryan Golden Bear hit him, but he's not going to need any NyQuil to go to bed tonight. I'll tell you, how'd you like to hit Brad head to head?
I don't think I would.
Have you seen him with his helmet off? He's got a huge cranium. I'm not kidding you. That kid is tougher than nails.
It's going to be 3rd and 6 from the 40-yard line. 3:16 of precious seconds left to go on this game clock. Seth Wise comes out over the football. And Vic, just like the Golden Bears dominated the time of possession in the 3rd quarter, Wauseon is doing the same in the 4th. Inside reverse to Unger. He's outside. He gets across the 45 to about the 46, and we got some laundry on the field. Let's sort this out and see what it is.
And did he stay in bounds? That's the big thing.
We got a hold against the Indians.
Now that's the second one. I'm starting to take that personally.
My big pet peeve is you hardly ever see, particularly in the professional ranks and college ranks, not so much in the high school, but in the pro and college ranks, you hardly ever see a touchdown or a punt return for a touchdown, a kickoff or punt return for a touchdown that isn't called back. There's always a holding or an illegal block in the back somewhere, and it's usually 15 yards away from the ball, wouldn't have any effect on the play at all.
Well, I think there are lonely referees out there that are looking to get just a little PR. Because could you not call it every play?
Yep. 3rd and 11. Martinez pushing forward, pushing out across the 40 to the 41. And again, a timeout by Bryan, and that could be it. I think that may be their last timeout. 2:58 left to go. That brings up a 4th down, so the Indians will punt it away.
Well, I tell you what, you can't take anything away from this Bryan ball club. They have never laid down, and they have fought to the bitter end. Almost making me bitter. I wanted chili dogs a half hour ago.
4th and 5. For your viewers that are wondering, I had a couple of chili dogs before our telecast this evening, and I don't know, did I make you hungry? I don't know.
Did I mention that you had chili dogs?
36-17 Wauseon.
It's like asking a bear if he wants a salmon for crying out loud.
Ray Martinez will kick it away. Number 81, Joey Silva, is going to go back deep for the Golden Bears. The Indians can hold on here. They will move to 4-2 overall and 3-1 in the league. And they will, whoa, a high snap. It's a good thing Ray can get up because he had to get that kickoff. It's a really short kick, and it bounces back and fielded by Huner. We gained a yard on that punt. I think, didn't we? Maybe a yard we gained on that punt. Ball spotted the 42-yard.
You know, Ray had to go up and goaltend to get the snap, which was good. He did a great job going up and getting it, but he almost had to kick it before he came down. When you're up 36-17, you can laugh about stuff like that, but that'll probably be mentioned by Coach Emmons in the film this week.
Boy, I tell you what, Ray, as you know, many of our Wauseon viewers have seen down through the years of his participation in sports at Wauseon High School, is an amazing athlete. He's got some skills, as they say, and he used them.
Oh!
What a hit. Demoline and Hartsock just met each other.
And that's what Coach Lane was talking about right there.
Wow.
You know, I had a friend of mine played for the Bengals. He was out of SMU, named Rod Jones, and run a 4.240, but 170 pounds. Go ahead and call it. I'll finish the story.
Option this time, pitched out there to number 30, who gets run out of bounds by Holgrave and Badenhop. And number 30 is, got to find him here, Austin Walls, a 5'7", 162-pound senior. He's going to pick up 6 on the play, call it 2nd and 4, and they're in the hurry-up offense. High snap, but he fields it. Now he's scrambling. Look into his left, fires it into the end zone, and it's over the head of number 5, Tyson Snyder. Anyway.
Rod was drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he was only 170 pounds, and they asked him, aren't you afraid of some of these big 300-pound guys? And his response was a classic for a little guy. He said, you know, if a semi hits you and runs you over, it'll kill you. But so will a Corvette going 120 mile an hour. And that was what Demoline did. He absolutely had a great shot on them.
Well, Derek Hartsock is 5'8", 158. Demoline is 5'6", 139. So they certainly didn't rumble the earth when they moved
Clash
down there.
The
but
Titans.
boy,
that's yeah.
But they hit each other going full speed. That was a heck of a collision.
You gotta love it.
Lawrence looking into the end zone. They got him.
Who?
It was either Villanueva. Yep. Big Juan Villanueva, number 70, the 6'1", 238-pound junior. That's going to bring up 4th and 5.
And you pronounce that like you speak Spanish.
It's the way they pronounce it.
I butcher it. I have a hard time.
And here he is facing a 4th and 5. Looking, under heavy pressure. It's picked off. What a play by Aaron Emmons. And then he fumbled it forward. Now, who's got the football? Are they going to mark it down? No, they're going to give Bryan the ball back.
We have seen it all tonight.
What an amazing turn of events. Lawrence got smoked just as he threw that. Aaron Emmons leaped up in the air, made a tremendous interception, gets popped on the interception return, fumbles it forward to the 12, recovered by Bryan. It's first down. So they go from a 4th and 5 to a first down, new life at the 12-yard line. How about that?
Well, you know, you got to tell
Lawrence loose, and he's down to the 1. Down to the 1.
When a defensive guy makes a big play that, you have to remind him, intercept the ball, and then remind yourself, I am not a return specialist. Hold on to the football. I'm sure Dad will mention that. Yeah.
A minute 21 left to go in the ball game, and I would love to know. Jamie Lawrence's stats. He's got to have 300 yards passing and over 100 yards rushing tonight. He's got himself one tremendous evening of football. And the quarterback keeper.
I don't think he got in.
They got a fumble.
There's a fumble.
Wauseon's claiming that they've got the football. There's no indication from the officials. We'll see what happens. Now the officials call timeout because the clock was running. 1:06 left to go. They got to sort it out. I don't think any of the officials saw the ball come loose. But the Indians, they give it to Wauseon.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, there was a gentleman behind us that saw it. He has binoculars on, and he saw the ball pop loose. 36-17 Wauseon, and they get the ball back.
We have seen about every kind of turnover known to man in this second half of football.
Ball is spotted at the 1.
And Wauseon is deep. Is the ball at the 1?
Yep, the ball is at the 1-yard line.
Now they're going to punch it out from here.
Emmons takes it straight ahead.
And I don't see a flag, but that should be offsides on Bryan.
And then he gets pushed back.
And 54 seconds left.
We'll see where they spot this. It looks like they're going to give him about a yard. So it's still spotted at about the 1.5. But more importantly, the clock is working its way down. We're now at 35 seconds left to go in this game. There's about one more snap that's going to need to take place. Bryan is out of timeouts.
So now onside coming, or is that already happened? Onside,
and Emmons just takes the ball and moves forward for about another half of a yard. And they don't have to snap it anymore. There's 14 ticks, 12, 11, and down we go. Wauseon is going to win this one, Vic. Go to 4-2 overall and 3-1 and win a very important league battle here against the Bryan Golden Bears. And there's the triple zeros, the final score. Wauseon 36, Bryan 17. I'd like to thank Vic. Any final thoughts here before we sign off?
Well, we just want to remind our Wauseon fans, everybody's kind of written the league off to Patrick Henry, but if we win out, Wauseon can win the league. And definitely don't want to lose sight of that. We're in the hunt, and we play those ball games. We just don't go by the media, do we?
That's exactly right. You don't play them on paper, you play them on the field, and that's what happened tonight. They played here in Bryan, and they walk away with a 36-17 victory on homecoming night here at Bryan Stadium against the Bryan Golden Bears. We'd like to thank all of you for joining us. I'd like to thank Pastor Vic Hales for doing color tonight and Paul McDonald for his usual great job on the camera. Thank you for viewing. 36-17 Wauseon. You all have a great night.
Jim, hang on just 1 second. I'll give you the stats.